Lift Therapy, episode 2. Today we're going to be doing relationships. I'm going to be honest, I didn't want to make this today. I didn't want to go to the gym today. But I think it's good that I'm doing both. New angle. I think it looks better. Got Mr. T in the back. That's pretty fire in my opinion. We passed the 10 seconds. Fuck! I needed to get that out. My bad. Yeah, man. You know, it's one of those days where you kind of just feel it. And I remember making my first video last night for Lift Therapy, and it went really well. It wasn't something I needed to, really push on. It was just kind of my thoughts. And I got some really positive feedback from it, stuff I didn't think would get sent to me. And I just had people, saying that it was really good, even though it's a shitty low quality video on my phone, people really liked it. And that meant a lot to me personally. And that's pushing me to do it for myself and for them. That leads back to do it for yourself. I went to the gym today, even though I didn't want to, for myself. And I'm doing this for myself as well as trying to help others. For the lift portion of this, what did I lift? I did arms. Let's see, I did bicep curls. I did a lot of curls, right, for biceps. Did some of the reverse grip ones, right? Target the outer head or whatever that shit is. Triceps, shoulders, forearms. There's a forearm machine. It doesn't look like too crazy now because the pump's gone, but your boy has never trained forearms. I think we're looking okay, but we could always do better, right? But now that that's out of the way, sorry, I don't remember everything I do. Relationships. This is gonna be a really hard episode for me. And so I'm kind of glad I'm getting it out of the way, but maybe this will get like a part 2, part 3. I don't date often, but when I do, I'm pretty picky. I want to find the people that I kind of want to marry. Sorry, my hats. I like my hats curved. I try to date people to marry, and that's kind of what I want to do. And I was in a relationship with a girl recently, and she's just a beautiful person. And I thought things were going really well for the most part. And I think there was so much good in that, and it was just going really well. We're both just moving out, doing our things, and it was getting a little stressful, but I had faith that we were gonna get through it together, and we were gonna both strive as people. And she dumped me. Reason being, I don't know. And that, I'm gonna be honest, that tore me down. This was a girl that I thought she was the one, and I'm not saying that as a I just got into this relationship and this person's amazing. No, I really did think she's the one, and I still kind of do. Losing her the first week, it was the hardest week of my life. I'll be honest. I've gone through pretty hard shit, especially for my age, and this was harder than all of that. And it just makes you really think. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the throat or face, whatever the quote saying is, right? I had always kind of joked, if me and this girl don't work out and it's my fault, I'm a blast gear and disappear, join the Navy. Guess what? I'm not blasting gear and I'm not joining the Navy, if you couldn't tell. Anorexia, practically, like, fuck, bro. Do you see? No. And so, I mean, I'm still figuring it out. I'm gonna be honest. It's been 2 weeks tomorrow, and I miss her so much. I mean, that's out of the question. But it also made me take a step back and kind of look at what I could do to better myself, to better how I am with other people, everything, right? Better my life and better others' lives. And because I had everybody saying, there's nothing you could have done. You know, you did all the things right. And that kind of, it almost hurts more, because then it makes you kind of question, if I did everything right, why didn't it work out? Why, you know, like, am I just not enough? And I mean, it tore down my entire person. It's fucking hard. It's so hard. I had to figure out how to get back up quickly. I didn't have time to sulk. And I'm just kind of feeling the emotions. I'll be honest, today was a hard day, partially because of that, partially just because, you know, some days you go into work and you're just like, okay, let's get this shift done. And that's what I did. I came home, I slept for like hour and a half, and I was like, I don't want to make a video today. I don't want to go to the gym. But I was like, I need to, so I did. So I just got back from the gym, threw this on. But I think, you know, after all of that, after the initial shock went away, now I'm kind of just like, there's a couple alleys, you know, a couple roads that we can go down. And I chose to better myself, even on things I didn't per se think I needed. It's kind of what, you know, like I said, like, kind of fed into how all of this did. This is something I've been thinking on for a while, but also was like, oh no, you know, I'll never make it. You know, nobody's ever going to notice me. And while that might not be the case right now, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I also think this helps me, you know, maybe more than it helps the people watching this. And so, you know, if you had something similar, or maybe you had a girl that you chased, like, this is what I would, these are my 2 cents. I'm going to be honest, this video's less me giving advice, me more ranting, right? But, you know, I think ranting can sometimes help. Hot take, I guess. But if they were a genuinely good person, beautiful person, don't dog on them. Don't talk shit about them, even if they did do something that was unfortunate. You know, everybody's going through stuff, and I think that's potentially what happened here. I think my partner, or ex-partner, had a lot on their plate. Just so much, man. I couldn't even fathom it. And I think, you know, maybe I was weighing down on that a little bit, and they needed to do what was best for them. And they thought, in the moment, this is what's going to be best for me. And if that's the case, did they do the right thing? I don't know. But we're here now. I'm kind of hoping they don't see this video, I'm going to be honest. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, I'll be honest. But shit, if they do, right? YOLO. But I have my plans for the next month. I'm really trying to figure out if this girl was per se a lesson. You know, it's something genuine, something real, but wasn't meant to be. Or if this is the one, and, you know, maybe it's a wrong place, wrong time, or maybe it's a, we just need to talk, you know, let things get some space. Um, I can't answer that right now. I really can't. I wish I could. Saved me a lot of time. But I really do think that that's something every man needs to go through. You know, if you break up with your girlfriend, look at it and give yourself time to heal. Don't just ignore it. Heal. Feel the feelings. They fucking suck, bro. They suck. I couldn't eat. I was puking up my food. Not intentionally. I couldn't. It hurt that much. And that was surprising to me. I didn't think I could be affected like that. And, you know, it just makes you realize, you know, you can really care about someone more than you think, you know. I don't think I was perfect in the relationship. I think I kind of idolized her a little much. You know, I took all of my happiness from her. If I wasn't with her, you know, there was something wrong. I think I should have given her a little bit more space on that, you know, maybe not harassed her so many times, like hang out and stuff. And I think I took her for granted, you know. I think there's definitely things I could have done better. And that's something I have to live with, you know. In 10 years when my kid's like, you know, damn, I'm so hungry I could eat insert generational fumble's name. You know, I'm going to be like, that's totally getting fucking screenshotted by somebody I know damn well. But, I mean, dude, it is what it fucking is. I'm sorry this video's gonna be a little longer. I'm gonna try and wrap it up in 15 minutes. But, yeah, man. I mean, if you're dealing with a relationship, maybe you are in a rough patch right now, maybe you broke up with someone, maybe you're missing someone. These are the, let's see if we can fit them into 5 commandments here. 5 commandments of Tyler. 1, always treat them with respect and kindness, even if it ends badly. You know, and I'm a victim to this too. I've talked shit about exes. I'm not perfect. Treat them with kindness, you know. They're still a human, even if you're mad at them. Even if they wronged you, they cheated on you. You know, thank goodness that hasn't happened to me. But I can't imagine what that would be like. But even still, it's an awful, awful deed. It's, in my opinion, pretty much like one of the number ones in a relationship that's like, yeah, no, you don't really, that's the ultimate betrayal, in my opinion, for a partner. Still treat them with kindness, right? 2, heal. Let yourself heal. I'm trying to get my fingers up here. Let yourself heal. It's important, man. Letting it just sit is not going to help. 3, better yourself. Look at it from a whole perspective, not just yours, right? You know, technically you can't, but you get my drift, right? Look at the relationship and say, what could I have done better? How did I maybe hurt that person? And how can I be better next time for same person, next person, whoever? 4, focus on yourself. That kind of ties into 3, but focus on yourself. Follow your dreams. Build yourself better, right? I honestly forgot which way these are going, but you get the drift. You know, if you want your ex to miss you, better yourself. I'm not saying that to, you know, make you better yourself in hopes that you'll get your girl back, but go get that Lambo, gang. I'm not getting a Lambo. But yeah, you get it. I'm gonna be honest, this can be longer, 15 minutes. We'll try and wrap it up in 20. And then the 5th one, give it time. Every time heals all wounds, but you have to let it. You can't say, fuck you, I hate you so much, we're done. And then the next to be like, hey, so I'm sorry. Or, you know, give it some time. I saw this video on Instagram today or yesterday, and it was talking about how when you are in that kind of like no contact for a little bit, both people's brains think about the relationship in a whole way, right? You're not gonna just remember the good things. You're gonna start to see everything from a whole wider perspective. And that's very powerful. That's why I'm still trying to figure out if I should pursue this girl again, or if it was, in a sense, a beautiful thing that was meant to end. Right now, I would hate for that to be the case, I'll be honest. Gosh, man. That'd be rough. That'd be really rough. And I don't know how she feels, I'm gonna be honest. That is another thing. Don't fucking stalk them, bro. Everybody knows we stalk each other's social medias. It's not this secretive thing, okay? Everybody knows this shit. So quit doing it. You need to give yourself space, even if it's on that. I saw her, she made a post the other day, because we still follow each other. We ended things on like not fuck you terms, which I'm happy about. But she posted, bro, and I woke up and I go to doom scroll my phone, as everybody does. I saw it, dude, and it just fucking, if I'm here, bulldozer, right? And I'm just like, it tore me down. I mean, it tore me down. Because I saw her, and she looks so happy in all these things. She's doing all these great things, and I'm so happy for her. But also just, there's a piece of me that's like, damn, bro, I meant nothing. I know that's not the case. But your brain kind of thinks that, right? And, shit, man, that's rough. I think the roughest thing for me was she butt dialed me on a big date a couple days ago, and I was on my way to the gym. And I mean, what would you do if you got dumped by somebody you love so incredibly much, more than you've ever loved before, this different thing, and they dump you, and you don't really get closure or anything? You know, it happens, and you kind of just have to accept it. And then you get a call a week and a half later, right? What are you gonna do? So I picked up. She's just doing stuff with friends, people, right? Very obviously not intentionally calling me, so I hang up. I don't call back. Damn, man, that was rough. I was on my way to the gym, so guess what? I pumped the pain out. That sounds wrong, but you get the point. And, you know, it took a lot for me to not have messaged her yet or talked to her, but I know we're both healing still. And I don't want to talk to her and show her this version of myself yet, because I'm not as good as I can be yet. I'm never going to be as good as you can be, right? Self-improvement's a lifelong thing. But I'm not where I want to be before I approach her again, before I call her, before I text her, before I talk to her. Because I want that conversation to be healing for both of us at worst. At best, admittedly right now, maybe see what we could do. Sorry, I'm human. But, yeah, man. I think that's kind of my rant for today. We're hitting it right on 20. I kind of want to go to 25, but I'm not going to. Hopefully this helped a little bit. You know, everybody's fighting their battles, and I hope, you know, if maybe you just lost a girl, or maybe you're missing a girl. If it's been some time, apologize for things, man. It heals both people. And if you're, you know, just missing someone, treat them well. Let them know. But I mean, besides that, yeah, I'm proud of you. I want you to keep going, and I'll see you tomorrow.